Hi viewers, today we are going to look at module 1 in our series of 12 modules looking at Microsoft Word. Stick around and see how the interface of Microsoft Word looks like. Common uses of Microsoft Word include but not limited to 1. Creation of letters, creation of reports, resumes, flyers, and so many others. At the end of the 12 modules, you will be in position to do some of these.
And the Word interface overview is actually having a few important things. On my side, I looked at these ones as being very important to you as a beginner in Microsoft Word. 1 is a quick access toolbar. We are going to look at it in details. 2, the ribbon. 3, document area. And 4, the status bar. There are also other important areas that I wanted to highlight this. For me, this is what I actually wanted to highlight as a person or as an individual. But we're going to talk more about these in details. Tabs and commands. Actually, before we go to tabs and commands, let us look at these other important features we can actually have before we leave this. We first of all have the quick access toolbar, this one here. We'll have the undo, the redo, and some other things. And we have what we call the title bar, where we have document 1, Word, the search bar, and so many other things. On the side, we have the Windows control icons, where we have the minimize, the restore, and the close buttons. Below them, we have the tabs, file, home, insert, draw, and so many other things. Below the tabs, we have the ribbon. This is what we call the ribbon, the entire thing. And below the ribbon, we have the working area. Below the working area, we have the status bar. The status bar, it actually has two parts. One part is the document information area, where you're seeing the page, how many pages the document has, how many words, accessibility, and sometimes it has the language in which you're writing. You can actually see from here, my document has 1 page, my document has 2 pages. So when I create, for example, when I create another page, you can see that it gives you a preview of 2 of 2. When I tap on page 1, it says me 1 of page 2. And the other side has the view area, where we have the views. You're going to look at these views or the modes, the read, the print, and the web layout views. Then from there, we actually have the zoom area, where you have the zoom in and the zoom out. You have a slider here in between the minus and the plus sign to help you move in the zoom in to make it bigger, and the zoom out to make it smaller. In between, it is just normal. All right, let's go back to our presentation. Let me close this and then take you back to this. Now, as we saw, we are going to look at the tabs. The tabs, we have home, insert, design, layout, and so many others. Now, these tabs, you can actually add other tabs of your choice if at all you want to, and you can actually remove some that you don't feel like. Then you also have groups of commands. On the tabs, I don't know if you observed clearly. If you didn't observe, I have like a screenshot here of the groups. When you look at the word clipboard, the word font, and the word paragraph, those are called groups of commands. And these groups having a lot of commands that you may actually look at under a given group. When you look critically, you can see the lines that are dividing each group from the other. For example, the first group called clipboard, which has paste, format painter, copy, and cut. There is a dividing line here, and then you go to another group called the font, which has bold, italics, font style, underline, cross through, strike through, subscript, superscript, and so many others. Now when you look at this thing here, it actually opens a lot of other functions that may not be visible right here in the document or in the group. Now commands are inside a group. Like for example, I created a screenshot of only the font group, and you can actually see there is some of the commands that are there in the fonts group. For example, we have the bold, we have the italics, we have the underline. Now when you talk of other groups like the paragraph, you can actually see the align, you can actually see the bullets and numbering, you can actually see the line spacing, borders, and so many other commands as you can explore as you see as an individual. Now, after looking at those, we have helpful tools for efficiency. If you want to be efficient enough, you actually need to have some of the tools by your side. One, navigation pen. Now, the navigation pen is always at the side of your document in the working area and helps you to do three things. One, it shows the headings that are in your document, provided they are professional. It doesn't show any headings, but it only shows the headings which are professional. What are professional headings? Before we end this series, we'll actually have to look at how we create professional headings in our document. These are headings that have a style called heading that we can create to them such that you can reference to them. For example, when you have a document, like let me say business report, like let me say the proposal, project proposal, and so many other things. It has a lot of sections. Those sections, you can number them or you can label them with professional headings such that when someone taps on the heading in the navigation pane, it takes that person to the section where that heading is situated in a document. It may not be so important in the document that has fewer pages, but when the document has a lot of pages, you can find it very easy to navigate through using this navigation pane. So the heading section is that. The pages, it shows you the pages. You can jump to the page that you want. Like you see in the preview, it has a number of pages. When you want page 7, tap on page 7 and it will appear in the document area. Then results, if you search for something, like you're searching for some word, it appears a number of times in the document. It displays the results here as they appear, and which word, any word that you tap on is displayed in the document at the exact area where that word is situated. Sometimes this navigation pane is not on, but when it is not on, you go to the view tab and tap on navigation, and then it will appear. Then we have the quick access toolbar. Quick access toolbar, it is a bar that has frequently used commands, which commands can help us save a lot of time doing the same tasks. It has the save icon, the undo, and the redo button. These are not the only buttons that it has. It can have others and even reduce on the ones that are having, but it depends on you as an individual. For me, these are the ones that I prefer most to have in my quick access toolbar. But when you look at this icon here, when you tap on it, it can actually give you a lot of other commands that you can add onto the quick access toolbar or remove from the quick access toolbar. Mine has this autosave icon. Is actually available for newer versions of Office, and it helps you to save your work if at all you want to save on OneDrive. If you have an account with Microsoft gives you space to save your documents online, and when you turn this feature on, this one that you're seeing autosave off, when you turn it on, it can actually be saving your documents every now and then to OneDrive. Then view modes, Few modes we have: the read mode, the print mode, and the web layout mode. What is the read mode? Read mode is a mode in which your document is just read only. You only read and you cannot edit, you cannot do anything with a document in that mode. And when you want to do anything, just turn it and tap on the print mode. Print mode is a mode where we edit our document the normal way, which Word opens in the moment you open it for the first time. Then web layout is how your document would look like on a web page or in a web browser. When you display your work in a web browser, it is actually displayed in a different funny way that you may not even tell, which is so different from the print layout. More about read mode. This mode, most of the documents that you download from the internet are in read mode. Why? It is not safe, or the computer always secures your work from viruses, and most of the viruses are downloaded from the internet. So when you download a file from the internet, it is not rendered free to open immediately. So it opens in read mode where you cannot do anything, and the pages are running horizontally. I guess people have ever seen this. Pages are not vertical from up to down, but they are running side by side. That is what I mean by horizontally or horizontal. They are running in that direction from right to left, or from left to right. So when you want to make it right, some people are confused because of that. Just come down to view modes and tap on print layout, and everything will be sorted out. I actually want to take you through how you can add or remove the navigation pan, how you can change, actually how you can add buttons, and where you can actually see the view modes. Now this X helps you to close the navigation pan. Now let me take you to Microsoft Word, and I take you through. Right. This is the quick access toolbar. When you tap here, it displays a number of commands that you can add to the quick access toolbar. For example, let me add another tab here for new. When I add it there, it actually appears. Let me maybe add another one for open. I add it there, it appears. When I want to remove, I just tap on the tick and it is removed from the quick access toolbar. That is it. I can even change its position from being above the ribbon to below the ribbon. And I tap here and I look all through to down here. I will see show below the ribbon. When I tap it, it goes below the ribbon like this. And I tap here, I go to show above the ribbon, and it definitely goes above the ribbon. Secondly, I want us to see the navigation pan. Like you're seeing in my document here, I don't have the navigation pan. But when I want to see it, where do I go? I tap on the view tab. After the view tab, you'll see here rulers, guidelines, navigation pan. I tap on navigation pan and it appears there. So it has headings, pages, and results. The moment you have headings here, it will actually show the headings. Right. And lastly, the view area is there. When you want to close, I said you tap on the X. When you want it to appear, tap on the navigation pan and it appears. Then the view area or the view icons are just down here next to the zooming in and the zooming out. They are down here. On your laptop, where you already see the volume icon, the battery, and the network just above there on the status bar. Read, print layout, and then web layout. Yeah. Right. And the next, go to the activity. Now the activity here is just for you to open Microsoft Word, take a screenshot of the interface. Use text boxes to label ribbon, tabs, groups, document area, status bar, quick access toolbar, and many others that you can label. We've talked about. Then save and submit your work. Someone may not know how to take a screenshot, but in one of my videos, I talk about how we can create a screenshot of your screen using a computer. You can use the buttons or some other third-party applications that can help you take a screenshot of the same. Finally, let's have a recap and know what is next in our next module. Microsoft Word's interface is user-friendly and customizable. You've seen, we've customized, we've changed the quick access toolbar from above the ribbon to below the ribbon. We've added the commands and so many other things. We've added the navigation pan and removed it. I told you we can also add commands, tabs and remove tabs and so many others. Knowing where the tools are helps you to work faster. So the moment you know where the tools are, you can actually work faster and efficiently in Microsoft Word. Our next module will be creating and saving a document. Thank you for watching. Have a nice time.